Hi, this is Beverly Tyree, Senior Salesforce Consultant for Sifer Consulting. We here at Sifer Consulting are passionate about improving lives through technology and optimizing Salesforce. Today I'm going to share with you a small tool that is often underutilized, but has the power to transform your work by adding visual representation and efficiency to your list views. The Kanban view, available in Lightning Experience, displays a visual summary of the specified list view. By using the Kanban view, you can more effectively monitor your work, navigate to different information, and quickly update records as needed. I'm going to cover the following: the requirements for Kanban availability, navigation within the Kanban, change the view to the Kanban, configuring Kanban settings, toggling between list views and toggling between record types, searching and changing filters, and then updating records using the drag and drop method of the Kanban view. Words to Salesforce admins. You can create custom options for Kanban settings by creating custom pick list fields that are updated via a flow or process builder. For example, creating a pick list for the day of the week based on the due date allows the Kanban to be viewed for a week by day. This helps to navigate your workload for the week and helps your users become more efficient and more effective in their roles. The Kanban list view is available in Lightning Experience. If your Salesforce looks like this is classic, and this is this classic experience. The feature we're looking at today is a Lightning Experience feature. If you have this view, it is not available for you at this time. If you're, and also as a side note, if you have this view, please contact us at Sifer Consulting to discuss upgrading to the Salesforce Lightning Experience so you can make use of this as well as other great features. If your view looks like this, then you are in Lightning Experience. Congratulations. This is a great opportunity to take a look at an underutilized feature, but also make use of great features that are experienced in Lightning. Today we're going to look at a couple of different objects. The Kanban view is available in many different objects, and the operation is similar. However, what we're going to do is we're going to look at accounts, opportunities, leads, and tasks to discuss some slightly different features. The first thing we're going to do is navigate to a list view. So I'm going to Accounts. I'm going to go to All Accounts. And over on the right-hand side where you see this Display as Table drop down, you're going to see, if you drop down, you're going to see Kanban. When I do that, it gives me the options. It actually changes to a visual summary of all of the accounts that I have on this list view. In order to make use of this, there are a number of navigation tools that are available in the Kanban. Quick summary: the same navigation holds true for dropping down to going to a different list view. So if I were to go here, it changes to a different list view. It does not save the Kanban list view until you have changed it to that Kanban. Once you change it, then it goes to that. So for example, I've changed my list view to my accounts, but I had not been in the Kanban setting. So I'm going to go and change this display back to Kanban. And as you note, there are a couple of different ways to change Kanban settings. We will go over these in depth, how to change them here, as well as if you've already had the Kanban setting and then also want to change it later. Different objects have different ways of changing the Kanban settings. Kanban settings are based on pick lists and pick list fields in the object. So you can summarize by different pick list fields. And today we're going to go by annual revenue. And then the group by are these different columns. So I'm going to group this by type. And I'm going to hit save. Once I do that, you note that it actually has the different columns are the different groupings. And also this area here where it has $0 or over under prospect, it has $100,000, $1,000,000. This is actually the summary. So this is the annual revenue for this, as well as that this is a customer versus prospects. To change, if you decide that this is not exactly the view you want, to change the Kanban settings, you would go to the gearbox and come down to Kanban setting. The Kanban settings can be changed at any time. So maybe I want this to be employee, or maybe I want this, actually I'm going to leave it at annual revenue, but I want it to go by industry at this point. And now you see that the columns are very different. If I scroll over, this is quite a lengthy list. So this may not be the best way to look at this, but if I scroll over, you can see that I have one in manufacturing, one in media. I'm going to go ahead and switch to opportunities so that we can take a look at a couple of different special features with the Kanban setting. So I'm going to change this back to Kanban, and you'll notice that this is, if I go to Kanban setting, I can summarize it by the amount, and I can change it by maybe the lead source or the type, but I like stage. So I can see that for all of these opportunities, I can see a listing of all of the ones in value proposition, negotiation, and so forth. This is a great way to see your list in a visually appealing way, as well as just having a great layout and making sense of the data visually. One of the things you can do in the Kanban is you can also use the drag and drop method to update records. So I've decided that this Acme 200 widgets is actually going to move to qualification stage. So literally I grab it and then I drag it. Now I've moved it over to needs analysis, and if you note, the information up at the top, the summary changed. And so now I have two opportunities in this needs analysis. A couple of other things to note about this is that if you have different record types, the record types would actually appear right above the different groupings, and they would be another set of tabs, so that you could click on the tab and move to that record type versus another record type. It is important to note that if you do have record types, that you just want to pay attention to that to make sure that they are actually showing up. But it's a wonderful way to actually see those record types and see different groupings of those record types. Finally, I'd like to talk about leads and tasks. As we go to leads, I'm going to go to all open leads. I'm going to go to the Kanban again. And if you notice, we have contacted, open, and unqualified, but we do not have a stage for converted. And as I go to the Kanban setting, I'm going to go and you note that it's it's grouped by the lead status. And I'm going to go ahead and do the annual revenue. We do have a lead status here of converted, but it does not show here. You are not able to convert leads using the Kanban list view, and therefore that status is not going to appear. Just one thing to note about leads. The next one I'm going to show you is tasks. As I look at tasks, the first thing we note is that we're going to go into, it typically opens in a split view. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Open Tasks. And we actually don't have any here. But when you do that, if we go to Open Tasks, you will want, the drop down is here. And there are three different options. There's the split view, which actually shows a listing here and then information on the right-hand side. There's the table or the Kanban. Just to note that this is where the tasks are. This is all I have for you today. I hope you were able to use the Kanban setting. For admins, as I noted before, you can customize these options for columns by creating pick lists that are custom pick lists. One of the great ways to do this is in tasks. As I go back to tasks for a minute, one of the great ways is the due date, and you can actually create a pick list on the day of the week so that you can see your tasks for the week based on the day that they are due. If you're interested in something like that and that solution, please contact us at Sifer Consulting. Well, that's it. Thank you very much for watching the demonstration. We hope that you are able to use this for your users as well as making this more effective in optimizing Salesforce. If you have more questions or need more details, see the links below. If you have recommendations for content and what you would like to see, please feel free to comment below with other ideas. Thank you and have a great day.